Hello, everyone. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever lost your car keys at home? You know it's somewhere in the home, but finding it is a nightmare. Now, imagine that, but with petabytes of business data scattered across different systems, some outdated, and worst of all, impossible to query instantly. So, that's the challenge enterprises face today. And the solution for that is the data lakehouse. So, I will show you how this works, why it's better, and how top companies like TikTok and Netflix use it to power AI driven success. So let's dive in. So what's wrong with the traditional systems, right? So let's say you own a chain of coffee shops across the country. You collect millions of data points daily, customer orders, inventory, sales trends, and even the weather conditions, which might affect the people coming into the stores. So now where do you store it? Number one, data lakes. You dump everything in, but when you need to know which drinks sold best last winter, it's like finding a needle in an ocean. Similarly, the data warehouses. They are great for structured data, but rigid and expensive. You want to analyze new customer behavior trends. And for that, you definitely need a data scientist and a huge budget just to modify the schemas. So neither works for modern AI and analytics. So that's where the data lakehouse steps in, a hybrid model that solves this issue. So let's see how this works. So imagine your data as a huge music collection. So the data lake is like an unorganized pile of MP3 files. All songs are there, but you can't find anything. The data warehouse is like an old school CD collection, organized but limited to what fits in the rack. So the data lake house is like Spotify. All your songs are available, organized, and instantly searchable. So it provides the unmatched flexibility, can handle any type of data, and it provides operational efficiency by reducing the cost by 70%. And it provides an enterprise grade scalability, which can manage data from terabytes to exabytes and making it an ideal for the real-time ML applications. So let's see what makes lake houses different, right? Let's talk about their architecture. So starting from ground up, the first layer would be the open storage format. Like it can support Parquet, ORC, Delta, Iceberg. Like there would be no vendor lock-in, and you would be free to use any of it. And on top of that, you put a metadata management layer, which provides the indexing, caching, schema evolutions. And finally, the query engine, which supports SQL, Python, and ML workloads. So which gives you the faster query across structured and unstructured data. So think of this architecture like a smart home. The data storage, which is the foundation of your home, the metadata layer, the automation system, and the query engine, the AI powered brain. So this architecture allows companies to train AI models on live data, run real-time analytics, and cut costs massively. So let's talk a real world example, the ByteDance, the company behind the TikTok. Have you ever wondered how TikTok knows exactly like what you want to see? Their AI powered recommendation system runs on a data lakehouse architecture, and here's how it works. So it first starts with the data ingestion, like over 100 million events per second are ingested, captured user interactions, content metadata, and trends in real time. And the real time processing, which uses Apache Spark, user intent, and content preferences, are processed in microseconds. And finally, their AML model, which is like a state of the art transformer models, trains on this data, refining predictions with 90% accuracy. So imagine what if your company can use it, like in retail brands predicting trends before they happen, bank detecting frauds in real time, healthcare optimizing patient care with live data. So this is the future of AI driven decision making. Now let's talk about the tech stack. So you might be wondering like what makes this work, right? So there are two major technologies in the lakehouse for the reliability and the performance, which is the storing of the data in Apache Iceberg or Delta Lake open table format. So, and which provides the asset compliance, schema evolution, and storage optimization. And secondly, the Apache Spark, the powerhouse of the distributed computing. Imagine Spark as a team of 1,000 chefs, each working on a small portion of the dish simultaneously, ensuring lightning fast processing. It can handle petabytes of data in real time, speeds up AI model training, and process streaming data with sub-second latency. Look, think of this like a Tesla self-driving tech, constantly learning and optimizing data in real time. So these technologies ensure scalability, real-time analytics, and efficiency, making the data lakehouse a future-proof investment. And traditional ETLs processes are like long, complicated, they are slow, expensive. But with the data lakehouse, it reduces the complexity, provides faster insights, and reduces the cost. Simply put, this is a game changer for the organizations who are drowning in slow and expensive data transformation process. So how do we implement a scalable data lakehouse, right? Here's what you get. Like it provides 30% cost reduction and 99% data reliability and exabyte scale, like handling massive data growth simultaneously. So this isn't just an upgrade, it's a complete data transformation. So now how do we, if you're thinking this sounds great, but how do I start? So here's your roadmap. Like step one, you assess your current architecture, identify bottlenecks and inefficiency. The step two, define your use case, focus on the real-time analytics and AI or unified access. Step three, implement these key technologies leveraging Apache Iceberg and the Spark. And step four, build a data-driven culture, enable the teams with self-service analytics and AI insights. So, and that's a wrap of our session on the data lakehouse revolution. So, today we saw how lakehouses are refining enterprise data management, making AML workloads faster, reducing costs, and breaking down the silos. So, thank you so much for your time and happy innovating.